MRSA's here. Is that a swear word?
I think Stu looks more nervous than us.
Stu does.
Yeah, sweetheart.
Yeah, you're in my way.
Nothing can steal this treasure from this bay. Just sit along now, fighting the sounds. The chances they come closer to me, babe. I'm falling out now.
Okay, guys, fire!
It doesn't go that
My mind was blank. I needed time to think, get the memories from my mind. What did I see? Can I believe that what I saw that night was really not just
Okay, what?
just what I saw?
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to walk down this way. As you walk, you know, you change to each other. Okay, let me get down here first.
Were the reflections of my warped mind staring back at me? 'Cause in my dreams, it's always there. The evil face twists my mind, brings me to the number of the beast, hell and fire respond to be released.
He's not wrong, he really won't.
This one and then go straight onto the cobbles. So straight over that sand onto the cobbles.
Torches blazed,
Straight onto the cobbles, yeah. Yeah, please, mate. Bridesmaids, if you want to come and join in this side with Caroline, guys, come and join in this side over here with Ross.
tell to
Yes. Okay, guys, what you do now, so in nice and close, bare hand in your pocket, so hold on to your wife. Excellent.
Sacrifice is going on tonight. I'm coming back. I will return, and I'll possess your body, and I'll make it burn.
Look at me again, this way then.
I'll have the fire,
Excellent, that's not super. Well done.
force.
Ross, you get your arms up.
I have the force. I have the power to make my evil take its course.
Being as in love with you
love, love, love.
Very much for that T6, thank you. Wait, wait.
It'll be a hard one to beat, Marcus. You zoomed in on me, I will.
Team player.
Oh yeah, it is actually.
You've had it in the wardrobe for ages.
Come to the time of the day now we're into pictures. I'd like to give a big round of applause for Les.
Right, first of all, can I welcome everybody to Caroline and Ross's wedding?
Yeah.
Here we are in North Yorkshire in January. The reason I say that is you've probably gathered from the table settings that Caroline's a big fan of the Greek Islands. So I was rather hoping that when she finally managed to fall in love with somebody and decide to get married, that it may well be on a beach on a Greek island, and I could have spent a fortnight's holiday on it as well. So welcome to North Yorkshire in January. I have some good news and I have some bad news at this point. The bad news is that after writing and rewriting, editing and re-editing, the shortest I've been able to get this speech down to is 1 hour and 16 minutes. The good news is I ain't going to use that speech, I'm going to use this little rubbish over here. Whilst I was actually writing the speech, I thought I need some inspiration. So I thought, I know, I'll get some old photographs out. And I have to admit that some of them have started to fill up a little bit. And one in particular got me. There's a picture of my darling daughter lying on a rug, dribbling, pointing at the camera, and then she was trying to stand up. We'll not forget her 21st anniversary. Now, wedding day obviously is a very memorable day. And you think back over, you know, the time you've had on the planet, other memorable days. My own wedding, but we'll not dwell on that. Obviously the birth of Caroline and Craig. Caroline singing for the Queen, and you all heard some of that this morning in church. Craig winning Junior Chefs Academy while he was at college. David Weatherall's goal against Liverpool. keep us in the Premier League. Now, obviously today we'll rank amongst them. Maybe not quite as highly as David Weatherall, but it'll certainly make it onto the list. The other thing about winning day, it actually changes the dynamic of two families if you think about it. Tony and Joyce have now gained a daughter. Myself and Janice have got a son. Craig and Lewis have got a brother and sister respectively. Caroline thinks she's got a gopher. And Ross has got my sympathy. As well as a mother-in-law. Now, speaking of Ross, at this point I have to address something that I promised him on the stag weekend I'd sort out. And I might just mention the stag weekend because that actually turned out to be the stag weekend of 4 centres. The first centre was going to be Marrakesh, but decided that was going to be too dry. The second centre was going to be Slovenia, but that was going to be too wet. The third centre was going to be Tenerife, but that was going to be too quiet. So Goldilocks here then decided we were going to go to Nottingham. But that was just right. But the issue that I actually mentioned is that of a dowry. Now, to be honest, Ross has banged on about this since before they were engaged. Now, we all know that Ross is a chartered accountant, and he appreciates the value of money. So I really hope you're going to appreciate this, Ross. So far today, you've taken your vows, you've exchanged your rings, you've signed the register, you're now man and wife. No one has changed hands. Result. As part of a new father-in-law's responsibilities, I think some of the things that I need to point out may not be apparent to you as a new husband. Having said that, you've lived in sin for that long, you probably know it all anyway. But there are some Carolinisms that you probably do need to know about. When you're on your travels, if she actually says to you, I need to photograph some millets, those are elephants. If while you're out shopping, she wants some telly shows, those are wagon wheels, and not the Bob Marley ones. Those were jamming. And if she says she wants some giddy pie, those are the Freybentos ones in a tin. There are a couple of pieces of advice that I would like to give you towards a long and successful marriage, and I think I'm probably qualified to be able to give that, having been married myself for 32 years, 5 months, 17 days, 3.5 hours. Not that I'm counting. 3 words will always help keep a marriage going. I love you. In my experience, there are 2 other words that are of equal, if not greater importance. Yes, dear. Now, one or two people probably appreciate that over the last 2 or 3 years, Caroline and Ross have not had the easiest of times. There have been 1 or 2 stressful issues that you've had to deal with. I actually did a bit of research into these. Number 9 is serious illness to yourself or a close family member. And I think me and him will probably count on that one. Number 4 is planning a wedding, which you've done. Number 7 is taking exams, which you've both done. And number 3 on the list is moving house, which you'll do seem to take as a hobby. But I think it's fair to say that what don't kill you makes you stronger. I'm extremely impressed with the way that you've both dealt with it, and I think you're both stronger, both as individuals and as a couple. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that you will both make a decent fist of this marriage life. When I've heard previous fathers of the bride give speeches, one of the things that they've always remembered them saying is that today was the proudest day of their life. today, I know exactly what they meant. I ended up coming in there because she looked as though she's going to roll. And she told me I ain't going to make her do that. So I'd just like to say, please, will you all join me in raising your glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Moores, Caroline and Ross.
Many years together.
And with that, I'd like to call on newly married.
Thank you all for coming. Those of you who saw my engagement do speech, hopefully this will be a little bit better. Hopefully I'll also remember it as well, which will be a step up. I guess what we'd both like to say, or my wife and I would like to say, thank you all for coming to our momentous day. I hope you're all having a fantastic time so far. And I think both of us have been just overwhelmed by the generosity you've all shown in the gifts you've given us on the website and things like that. Thank you very much for that. Hopefully we'll have a great day today and you'll still be glad you came after my speech. We've had a tough few years as a family, as I know a lot of you know, so we're just overjoyed that everybody could be here today to share that day with us. So thank you very much for making today so special. First of all, I'd like to thank you, Liz, for those kind words. And talking about all the embarrassing things, I think Caroline and I hoped you'd leave out. And I should extend that thanks to both you and Janice in saying I'm absolutely honoured that you've let me marry your beautiful daughter. I'm as pleased as I am to have you as parents-in-law, to have me as a son-in-law, and I assure you that I'll continue to make Caroline as happy today as happy for the rest of her life. I'd also like to say thank you to my parents for all your love and support throughout the years and through our relationship. I wouldn't be the former eligible bachelor or person I am today without your help and guidance. And I know we'd also both like to say thanks to both sets of parents for all your love, support, emotionally and financially, in helping us make today possible. So I guess now comes to the important bit, how me and Caroline met. Now I know a few of you know this story. For those that don't, it's full of romance, drama, and Bradford City Centre nightlife. I actually owe quite a lot of the fellow I met Caroline down to my friend Rob, who's sat over there. Rob's an ecologist and spends a lot of time away, and on one particular trip he'd been in the Swedish tundra for 3 months, and I think he came back and his exact words were all he'd seen in 3 months were a couple of foxes frolicking on the tundra. So I think how he put it to me was, come on, let's go find some urban foxes of our own out in Bradford. So, took a trip out to Bradford, and we went to this place called Livingston's, which neither one of us had been before, but we thought, we'd try and bring a bit of Bingley class to Bradford and see how that went down. And I have to say, I can honestly say this, I'd seen Caroline within 5 minutes of walking into the club. I'll never forget the first time that I laid eyes on you, and I knew straight away that I want to tell you at some point in the night. Obviously I had to get some drinks in first. But I think after quite a few drinks we decided it was time to try and bust out some of the Bingley moves on the dance floor and throw a few signature moves in there. And I remember my signature move used to be, a little bit of gentle gyrating. Unfortunately, I had a few too many and managed to sort of smash through the back of her, which was not like that. A had me to drink wine, but B was the girl that I'd seen earlier on. So I was thinking, that wasn't too sweet. The second thing I noticed was the look on her face, which I have to say was slightly concerning at the time. I've had my fair share of knockbacks in the past, and I don't think I was quite prepared for the wit, the dexterity, and the cutting that Caroline managed to cut this knockback to. And so, for some reason, I thought it was still a good idea to cut her. I'm not entirely sure why. I think one of the thoughts running through my mind was she might be slightly dangerous. The second thing was, she's still gorgeous. I've got to try and sort of get somewhere with this. So you know, as we said, I guess the rest is history. We got talking, we exchanged numbers, and I think in a rare move for both of us, we actually gave the proper numbers to people, which was quite good. And I followed up the Thursday night with a phone call on the Friday morning. I was thinking, you know, I'll be lucky if she answers. She did answer. What she had to say was, "I'm sorry, I can't talk now. I'm just in Greg's getting my lunch." So I was thinking, you know, classy lady, you know. And also, oh, sorry, I've just been blown off for a sausage roll. Seven and a half years later, we find ourselves here today, and you're still the same beautiful, intelligent, outspoken girl I've ever met. You look absolutely beautiful today, absolutely stunning, and I really am the luckiest man in the world. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you and sort of see what life's going to bring us over the years. So I'd like to propose a toast to the most wonderful, special and amazing person in my life, my wife, Mrs. Caroline. But I do need to say a big thank you to my ushers and to you, the best man. You've all been brilliant, lads. You've kept me calm. You've been brilliant today. And I guess I also need to extend that to my other friends in the group. You know who you are. I wouldn't be the person I am today without the way you sort of helped us develop, and also the way that you've looked after Caroline when she's come to our group, and the way you've made her feel welcome. You know, that's been great. On a separate note, I'd like to blame Mark for the music tonight. His music collection, so if it gets a bit too cheesy, you know who to blame. I guess finally I'd like to extend the toast to the bridesmaids. You all look stunning girls, where you are. And you've all been brilliant in getting Caroline ready for our special day. I'd like to particularly thank Lauren for being our maid of honour today. I don't think I thought when I met you 10 years ago you'd have ended up as the maid of honour at my wedding, but it's actually quite nice because myself and Stuart, sorry, it's very nice. Myself and Stuart met Lauren and one of her friends out in Bingley about 10 years ago, and you know, it's strange how things change and how that's happened and how close Caroline and Lauren got, which I'm really, really happy about. I guess that's it for me. You know, thank you to everybody for coming. I'd like to propose a toast to the bridesmaids and hand out some presents to them as well. But to the bridesmaids. I'll introduce you to probably the most important speech of the night. I know he's a little bit nervous about this. You know, the light is fading quite rapidly soon, so I know they're keeping the puddings warm. So let's not start way back in the history books.
Well, it's all right, Ross. I'm just going to do something off the cuff.
All right.
Ross grabbed my arm and said, "I can't go in there, I can't go in there." I said, "Look, Ross, she's a wonderful girl, you love her. It's normal to have cold feet on the morning of the wedding." He said, No, it's not that. He said, "I think I've left the lights on in the cottage down there." Now, they've been together for years, through the good times, through the bad times. They've been together through many changes as a couple. But enough about Ross and his hairdresser. Now, it's one of the old wedding traditions that on the morning of the wedding, the groom hands to his best man his little black book, as he won't need it anymore. So I just want to say, thank you very much, Ross. Now, there's a lot of cliches about best man's speeches, which I wanted to avoid. There's the childhood stories. There's the stag do antics. And there's the talk of ex-girlfriends. Now, obviously, I've made a couple couple of jokes there that Caroline was Ross's first ever girlfriend. But this started to make me think, why are they suited together as a couple? So, number one, Ross is an honest guy. So, when we were younger, as most adolescent youths do, we decided to go out egging some cars on mischief night. Now, we'd all picked our targets, and Ross had picked the next door neighbour's brand new BMW. So he lined up with his egg, threw it, and it hit the windscreen with a real satisfying smash. Now, unfortunately, Ross deemed the smash to be too satisfying. So we all started running off, legging it off. We turned around only to see Ross walking up the neighbour's drive, knocking on the door, admitting that he's out egged the car, and saying, "How's the window smashed?" Needless to say, it hadn't. And by the way, sorry about your car, Trev. So, number two, he's loyal. It was a regular night out in Bingley. We started off in Wetherspoons, moved on to Suburban Bar, kebab shop, and Chris Borman had got in a fight. It was one of the slightly more educated local chaps who picked a topical joke. I believe that he said that his mum had foot and mouth disease. It was a cheap tactic to get a bit of a rise. It worked perfectly. As we were leaving the kebab shop, Chris hurled a mountain of abuse at the said chap. At which point we got into a bit of a scuffle, and we tried to pull Chris out of there. And like a little gazelle on the Masai Mara, Ross got broken off from the group by a 13-year-old brother of the chap. This 13-year-old, teenager I suppose we should call him, decided to chase Ross up Bingley High Street, wielding a 12-inch deep pan pizza box. To this day, Ross still comes out in a cold sweat if you mention the words meat feast.
So is Caroline.
Number three is clean and hygienic. So during our university days, we decided to take a road trip down to our friend's Ben's, where is he? In Bath. Now, as we were getting there slowly inebriated, we looked towards Ben's nebulizer. Now, for those who don't know what a nebulizer does, it basically turns a liquid into a vapour. And one bright spark chimed up, well, what happens if we put vodka in there? So we put some vodka in there, and within a couple of minutes we were successfully inhaling neat vodka into our lungs. Now, as you might imagine, it's had a pretty strong effect on most of us, some more than others, Ross. We went into the local club, there about what seemed about 20 minutes, which was probably a good couple of hours, and we decided to leave. So as we decided to leave, we were rounding everybody up. Couldn't find Ross anywhere. He wasn't in the bathrooms, he wasn't outside, he wasn't on the dance floor. We were looking around for him for ages. Eventually, we found him out the side of a door, talking to a girl who can only describe a bit of dubious virtue. So anyway, we walked home, kebab again probably, and then went to sleep, woke up the next day, and we're discussing the night before, as lads do. And Ross couldn't remember a thing. We were reminded about the girl, and he's like, no, I can't remember. But Ross being Ross, again, clean and hygienic, and his conscience kicked in. Monday morning, 9 AM, he checked himself into the local sexual health clinic. Just in case. Needless to say, the closest to getting to any action that night was wiping his sick off her shoes. Number four, he's a good arbiter. So he'd been seeing Caroline a few weeks, and he decided it was about time to introduce her to the lads. So he'd arranged a curry for us all to meet her. Now, obviously it's quite a nerve-wracking situation for Caroline, as is now. So she had a few drinks, which probably wasn't advisable, to be honest, was it, Caroline? So we were there.
You got the look.
So we were sat in the curry house, having our curry, and, there was a girl kind of sat opposite-ish Caroline at another table, and Caroline thought this girl was staring at her, As the courses went on, into the Boona, into the biryani, she got more and more agitated. At which point she finally stood up, walked over and threatened to chin the girl. Anyway, Ross successfully managed to calm her down and the waiters. And it's to this day she's still known in our group as Rocky. Now, I think that last story demonstrates pretty well how Ross and Caroline are meant for each other. They both have contrasting qualities which fit together well. And I think even back in those days when we first met Caroline, we always knew that she would be with us a long time. It was a long-lasting relationship. Now, they've been through some tough times. They've obviously had Ross's exams, Caroline's exams, and Leslie's cancer. And I think all these testing, trials and tribulations have only served to bring them closer together for the real, true trial of life. Moving back in with Joyce and Tony. Now, I started off this speech by saying that Caroline was Ross's first ever girlfriend. That's not to say that he wasn't a ladies' man. In fact, the first night he met Caroline, she was the third of 3 girls that he kissed that night.
You didn't say that earlier.
This was a point that he spent months agonising over. I think when he finally did get him round to telling her, she told him that he was the 4th of 5 guys. In true bullseye fashion, Ross, we've been able to delve into the archives and let's take a look at those 2 girls that you could have won. Now, I think you all agree that Ross made the right choice that night. Particularly as I stand here today and look over at Caroline and see how beautiful she looks. Now, it is my honour, as Ross's best man and also his best friend, to be able to ask you to all be upstanding and join me in a toast to Ross and Caroline.
Ross and Caroline.
Thank you very much.
Jamie stole my champagne while the speeches were on, so I had nothing to toast with.
Don't worry, Jamie, I do myself.
It's been a long day, baby. Things ain't been going my way, you know I need you here. You clear my mind all the time. And baby, the way you move me, it's crazy. It's like you see right through me and make it easier. To please me, you don't even have to try. Oh, because you are the best thing. You are the best thing. You are the best thing ever happened to me. riding